Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Jim from Colorado wanted to know if I ever heard from a spirit that I didn't know or wasn't connected to a reading. And, well, most of the spirits that I connect with, I really don't know. I have never met them in life, most of them. There are those occasional people that will come to me and we happen to know the same person in spirit, but those usually are friends or relatives who I really don't like to read that much because I like to read people that I really don't know and have no connection to, which makes the reading for me more credible for them. Okay, but yes, I have heard, especially children. I think in every situation where it's happened for me that I heard from a spirit energy before I connected with a person in the physical sense have all been children. And the one that always comes to mind was an older young man. He passed in his 20s, and he came to me for almost a year. Every once in a while he would come through and he'd give me some information, and I'd write it all down. And finally, after about a year, I was able to understand why he came to me and realize that his parents lived not far from me. They lived within a 10-mile radius from me. And I was able to reach out to the mother and, tell her who I was and what I did. And we got together and she was able to validate almost all of the information, and we became friends actually. And that was one time that again I had no idea how he passed, why he passed, and we were able to answer a lot of questions that the mother had about his passing, as well as letting her know that he was fine, where he was supposed to be, and has continued his life on the other side. So there have been those occasions where they have reached out to me, and it's always children. Another time I had a little boy who kept coming to me over and over again, and I would be doing a reading for someone else, and all of a sudden this little energy would pop in, and I'd say, excuse me, but do you understand this name and this little boy? And no, I don't. Well, do you know someone? Do you understand someone who's connected with him? No, I don't. And finally, after about 5-6 months, I was doing a reading on someone, on this woman, and I said, do you understand this name? Because this little energy came through. Do you understand this name? Do you understand this little boy? I said an age. I said a few other things. And she said, oh my God, that's my best friend's son. He died from leukemia, just like you said. And the month is the month that he was born, and the other month you mentioned was the month that he passed. So she was able to go home and tell her friend about me, and the friend called me the very next day, and I called her. I pulled her right in, even though I'm booking now a year and a half in advance. I fit her right in, and I was able to bring all the information in and bring messages in from her son, and she was very grateful and very happy. And of course, I did not charge for that reading. And there are many readings that I don't charge for, so that was one of the times that I just, squeezed this person in, because I knew it was so important to this little boy on the other side. And that told me that there was still so much grief around his passing. And again, there were unanswered questions, and there were things that he brought in, information that he brought in that was a great comfort to the mother. And also by bringing in information that was transpiring around her and the family since his passing. He shared all these memories with me, and she understood all of them. So again, it was evidential mediumship, and of course I do everything in God's love and light. So she was comforted, very comforted, to know that he was in a beautiful place, no longer suffering. He was where he was supposed to be, and very happy, and most importantly that he was around her and able to hear from her whenever she said these little comments, which he told me and I relayed to her. So she was very relieved and very happy. So yes, there are times that I am able to connect through a spirit energy pulling in before the actual sitter comes. I hope that answers your question, and as always, I leave you in God's love and light.